Hey guys, it's Ginny Silver. Sorry I'm late. I think I say that every single week, but I'm sorry. So we're doing EDD Q&A today. A lot of you guys are stuck in pending today, so I'm going to address that reason why first, because it's probably going to be the reason why everyone is watching this as a replay later tonight. If you're stuck in pending for claim week ending 7/10, go to my channel homepage and watch my most recent video where I talk about that issue. That is the first start of a new quarter. Most likely, if you have a claim that is over a year old, you're collecting PEUC or Fed Ed, you're going to have to call in and have them clear a new quarter review from your claim because they want to check in and see if you've earned any wages. So if you're pending for claim week ending 7/10, that is most likely the reason why. Can you wait and see if it clears on its own? Yes, you can. But if it's been more than 2 to 3 business days and it has not cleared on its own, what we learned back at the first quarter in April is that claimants had to call in and have it removed. All right, you guys are, oh, hold on. Can't end the broadcast yet. All right, you guys. I had a hard time getting on today. It took me a long time because I have overscheduled myself this month, you guys. I'm having a hard time keeping up. I'm trying to hire assistants to help with the regular parts of my business aside from YouTube because I'm having a hard time merging like my pre-pandemic life and my current workload. So I overscheduled myself today. I was a little late, so thank you for being patient. And then I have to end today right at 5 because I have a meeting. My oldest is starting school for the first time tomorrow. So I have that. And then we have some issues with my giant cat today. So I'm all over the place, plus all the workload. All right, I'm going to finally start with questions, but I need water. Michael told me I needed my sloth cup back to represent the slowness of the EDD, so I brought it back. All right, let's see. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So I receive your email. I do not, I'm already rashy, you guys, because I'm so tired. I don't read or reply to EDD, IRS, etc. questions in my email. I don't. The only place where I respond to questions is going to be here in the live stream and in my video comments. Okay, you're very welcome. David Michael, I'm here. Does it count as a work search? Okay, go to my channel homepage. Go to the I'm hiring video. I made a video, you guys, about the jobs that I'm hiring for. Most likely they won't apply to you. I'm not telling you that here, though. Maybe they apply to you. So go watch that video. That's a job search because I'm hiring for a couple positions and you can go and you can look. My phone is running ads on my video. You can go and you can watch my I'm hiring video. Click over and view my jobs and find the information there. You can even send in an application if you want to that email address. Don't ask me EDD questions there, so I won't answer. But that counts as work search. Okay, we did that. Yes, I am late. I'm sorry. I have too many things going on, you guys, as my regular work is picking back up. All my weddings that were rescheduled previously over and over again during the pandemic are all in the next 2 months. All right. Scotty. Hi, Ginny. Hi, Scotty. Hoping I don't go into pending when I certify on Sunday for quarterly review. Is it your understanding that Tier 1 and Tier 2 reps can move the quarterly review flag and switch the pending to paid? Yes. Most people report that when they call into customer service, they are pending their year with this time around. It's going to be due to claim week ending 7/10 stuck in pending. If that 1 week is stuck in pending and you do still have a balance and your claim is over a year old and you're not PUA, it's most likely because of the quarterly review. The EDD added a tiny piece of text to their website, I think because I kept bugging them about it over the last month. They added a little bit of text that states that they must review and see if you earned any wages if you're over a year at the start of each quarter. So if you call into customer service, yes, the Tier 1 reps seem to be able to fix that for you. All right, Linda A at 3:30. Should I try to call EDD right now before I certify this weekend? The reason why I want to call ahead is to see if I have a quarterly review. Can they clear this up early? No, don't call before you have a problem. There's people that have problems right now that have had problems for months that are trying to get through on the phone lines. So don't call in until you actually have a problem. I did that one. Okay. Michael says, Ginny, you've mentioned that it is not required for you to list the work searches with the EDD, but if you do, does that give you a better chance of being paid out? Also, do they provide option to do that? Okay, so my contact in EDD's media department, I asked him, I said, some claimants see currently the list 3 work searches, and it says you are required to list these, and some claimants don't see that text. I asked him if it was going to be updated when the certification requirements are changed to reflect the newest work search requirements. And he said that additional text would be added, and he said that listing those 3 work searches was not required. He said that it was suggested. So what their current changes state is that Fed Ed is required to list 3 work searches. If you're Fed Ed, you have to do 3 and you should list it. They said you have to. If you are UI, PEUC, PUA, my brain, you guys, then you are suggested to list. No, listing them is not going to solve any problems or make things get better in terms of getting paid out faster. So it's suggested. What you do need to do is select yes. Even if you are someone that has a promise to start a job, even if you're someone that is not required to look for work based on one of the standards outlined by the EDD, still, please, you guys, select yes and still search for work in one way or another, because selecting no will automatically trigger their system and in many cases get you stuck with a stop payment alert and pending and then needing a phone interview. So please select yes, look for work, and then typing in the work search listings is optional unless you are Fed Ed. All right, did that one. Richard, thank you very much. Mr. Silver, where's Mrs. Silver? I'm here now. Took me time. Doing too much. All right, Nancy Harris. Channel has been heaven sent. My 710 paid last night. After I used Claimer on June 23rd, they contacted State Assembly per Ginny. I finally got my claim done after 14 weeks. Nancy, I'm really glad to hear that you finally are paid for all those weeks. And thank you for sharing what you did and that it worked. I'm really glad to hear that. Yank up my sleeve while I talk. Michael can drop the Claimer link. Michael can also drop the link to contact your assembly member and also my 134 phone trick to get through. Contact your assembly member, you guys. If you haven't been doing that, they've been extremely helpful for many. And I still have people every day telling me that they haven't ever heard anyone say that before. And I say it in so many of my videos. So please contact your assembly member. What can they do for you? Your assembly member has recently been given 2 additional staff members. All the assembly members have the ability to hire 2 extra staff members now to help them to handle the EDD workload. So contact your assembly member. The link is dropped in the chat box. Michael will put it there. When you contact them, they're going to ask you for your social security number and your customer account number. They have to do that. Otherwise, the EDD will not let them act as a go-between for you. It's basically you authorizing them to mess with your account with the EDD. Then they communicate directly with the EDD, and they seem to have a dedicated EDD liaison that speaks to them weekly, and then they can help to fix the issues on your claim. All right, I did that one. Hello, Henry Michael, hello. He says, thank you for moderating. Yes, thank you to Michael for moderating. We appreciate him. All right. Joanna says, EDD had to call me yesterday for an interview, and they never did. I waited all day and no call, so I'm guessing they're going to put my payments on pending for no fault of my own. The interviews are a huge problem, you guys. This is another video that I'm filming where I'm having it out with the EDD, and then I send it out to all the news stations because no one is pushing on this interview wait time. So I have been sending it out to news stations repeatedly. I have been emailing my contact at the EDD every single week for the past 2 months, trying to put pressure on them to own up to whatever is going on with the interview wait times. It's a really big problem. If they did not follow through with your interview, and it has been removed from your UI online, there is a possibility that you no longer need an interview. The EDD did issue in a tweet a while back that if you don't have your phone interview and it was scheduled, that they may have canceled it because they have processed the issue and they no longer require it. So that's a possibility. However, if you still are stuck in pending, contact your assembly member. As soon as you see that you're still stuck in pending, I would reach out and contact your assembly member. All right, did that one. Alex at 3:37. I was not paid for my last week. It's in pending, but they paid me for the week before. Yes, this is what I referenced at the beginning of this stream. If you have 1 week paid and then claim week ending 7/10 is stuck in pending, if you have a claim balance, it's most likely because you are being subject to a new quarter review. Now, the EDD has very limited information published on this, and it is for claims that are over a year old that aren't PUA, because PUA doesn't expire until the program ends. But if you're UI, PEUC, Fed Ed, your claim is over a year old, at the start of each quarter, they have to review a few questions with you and see if you earned any wages. So if you are pending for claim week ending 7/10, that's most likely due to a new quarter review. This happened back in April, on April 10th. And based on a wealth of subscriber feedback, we learned that claimants had to call into customer service, and the Tier 1 reps were able to clear this for them right away when they called in. So if you're pending and it doesn't fall off within 48 hours, then I would call into customer service. Michael can drop all the how to call tips in the chat box. I need water. You guys, I need coffee too. I'm gonna take a minute here and drink from this bucket of coffee. I've been getting very little sleep because I'm stressed out about lots of everything. All right. Hi, I answered the call and they said, let me transfer you. Call to the specialist, and after an hour, they end the call on me. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but I can maybe guess. Did EDD call you for an interview? Did you use Claimer or a service like that? I'm not quite sure. Let me know in the chat box so I can help you. I'm guessing that maybe you used Claimer and then they sent you a call and you answered it, and then they said they need to transfer you. This is a common problem with the EDD. So this doesn't have to do, if you're using a third-party system like Claimer or one of the other ones, which I don't like the other ones because they use lots of dialers. Claimer only uses one dialer. If they have to transfer you to a Tier 2 representative, there's a significant number of calls that are dropped because their system with transferring within the EDD is very broken. I did a video trying to investigate this and find out answers. So if this is the case for you and you used Claimer, they're going to send you a text message. They're going to ask you if you did connect or if you need another call. Select that yes, you do need another call, or email support@claimer.com and they will send you another call. If you did not use Claimer and you're just calling the EDD and your call is just dropped, unfortunately, you have to start it all over again, call into the system and go through the process again. Additionally, you can also contact your assembly member because they can act as a liaison for you, as a go-between, and they can talk to the EDD on your behalf. So contact your assembly member if you are experiencing the dropped calls and they're a big issue. Well, they are a big issue. Okay. Need more coffee. All right. I got that one. Angel at 3:37. When will MEUC payments go out after applied? They have not announced that yet. We do not know when they will begin paying those out. We only know that they have begun sending out the applications. And we also know that they messed up sending out the applications. And I got them to fix a few things. But if you are an MEUC qualified person, they sent you a link to apply, and the link is still broken, let me know, because they told me specifically that they fixed that. And I don't believe it. All right, Megan says, both of my weeks are pending. Okay, so Megan, if you're pending, there's a variety of reasons why. If your claim has expired, you reach the end of 12 months worth of unemployment benefits and you were UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you're required to file a new claim once you reach the end of 12 months worth of benefits if you worked within the last 18 months and earned enough income in order to qualify for a new claim. So make sure that's not your case, because if it is, you reapply and then you'll be able to get back into receiving unemployment benefits. If that's not your case and you are pending for another reason, you need to call into customer service. And unfortunately, you're going to have to go through all my how to call videos, which Michael is dropping in the video description here. And you can also contact your assembly member and see if they are able to help you, because they have been very helpful with fixing many claimants' pending situations. Okay, Michelle at 337, does PUA get a quarterly review? I do not believe so. I don't believe so. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty no, but PUA has an end date that is defined by the stimulus bill. The program continues on until the program ends. Your benefit year end date is the end of that program. So the EDD states on their website that the quarterly wage review is for individuals who have reached the end of their benefit year. PUA claimants have not reached the end of their benefit year because those benefits continue on. So I do not think that it affects PUA claimants, but if you're a PUA claimant and you have that one pending week and it's 7/10, please let me know. Ellie, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. They never answer. That's true. It's extremely difficult to get through. So Michael is continuously dropping all my call call tips in the chat box. There is the 134 trick, which he's going to drop. There is contacting your assembly members. There's my video of 25 different phone numbers to call the EDD, which includes all the branches, and you can call any of them. It doesn't have to be your specific branch. It also includes calling America's Job Centers of California. I said it wrong. California's Job Centers to see if they can connect you directly. Many of them can. Not all of them will. But watch that video that he's linking in there and see if that helps you. Additionally, if you are someone that wants to pay a third-party company in order to redial for you and then send you a hold line, Claimer is the one that I recommend to do that. They use one dialing bot. One, not one per person. They use one in total and they line everyone up and then they just send out the calls. So that one, based on my investigation of it, they showed me their dashboard stats and everything. I was really nosy with him, you guys, and he was very, very not compliant. He was happy to share with me. So you can try Claimer if that's a fit for you. And if not, contact your assembly member. All right, scrolling down. Let's see, what's the new back date? Okay, this is a little bit tricky. It's going to be dependent on your own unique claim. In general, the rule is that if you applied 12/26 or earlier, then you can backdate as early as February 2nd. If you applied 12/27 or later, you can backdate as early as 12/6. But in order to have your backdate approved, it can't change your claim too much. For example, if you start your claim in March and you want to backdate it to February, that's only a month back. That means that they're going to be looking at the wages you earned before you were unemployed, and it's only going to be looking a month backwards. So it most likely won't change your claim and it would be approved. Now, if you're applying to backdate 6 months backwards, they're going to be looking backwards 6 months at your wages, and you may not have earned the same amount. So it could potentially be denied if it changes the weekly benefit award amount too much. So while there is that backdating rule of 12/6 now, a lot of people are asking me why they're being denied, and that would be the reason why. All right, let me make sure. Oh, I forgot. I turned off super stickers today. I should have addressed this at the beginning. So I'm only getting questions from the chat. So there's no super stickers available today, just so that you guys know. All right, scrolling down. KG at 339, in need of major help. EDD owes me a lot of money. And every time I do get someone on the phone, I am told we've submitted the extension for you and it will take about a week. Still not paid. Okay, contact your assembly member. You've contacted the EDD several times. You've gone through the same thing several times. So next you need to contact your assembly member. If Michael hasn't recently dropped the link, then he's going to drop it now. But contact your assembly member right away. Don't skip that step. If you email them and they don't respond, call them. Get a hold of them, and they hopefully should be able to help you. Michael is happy that the sloth cup is here. The sloth cup is here because EDD is very slow, always slow. It's awkward to drink out of, so I didn't bring it for a while, and apparently it was missed. All right, Sam at 3:40 says, I just got off the phone with an EDD rep and was told the reason the second week is stuck in pending is because of the work search. So it could be for you. That's not necessarily the case for everyone. So there's a variety of different reasons why a second week could be stuck in pending. It can be the new quarter review, which EDD has confirmed with me through their media department that this 7/10 is the week that they're doing new quarter reviews for claims that are over a year old. It could be the wage requirements if they have something that they need to review on your claim. Thank you for sharing the reason why yours is stuck in pending. I appreciate that. All right. VBB at 3:40. I have a small CalPERS, $400. Do I need to report? I previously did, and it sent my claim into a black hole. Someone then commented such a low amount did not have to be reported. I don't know that specific program, so I can't tell you their standards with that specific program, but in general, when you're certifying, there is a long list of different types of income that you must report. Report any income. If you don't report income and you're required to report it, then they can issue your claim as invalid and issue you an overpayment, and you have to pay back benefits. So yes, unfortunately, claiming things like that sometimes do get you stuck in pending because they have to give you a phone interview. But unfortunately, it's part of the process. And if you want to be eligible to receive benefits, you have to comply with their process. So I don't want you getting stuck in a bad place in the future, having to pay back all of your benefits because they found out that you made a false statement. So I would claim it, although unfortunately it could potentially yield an interview. All right. Scrolling down. Did I do a video on work search? Yes, I've done several videos on work search. Go to my channel homepage and view them. I put out a couple in the last week, and they're pretty thorough. So double check that. Okay. Rob Raza, 3:40. Hi, Jen. I got tier 2 extension. I have been about 1 month left of benefits. What happens after? Will I be put on Fed Ed? I'm aware of the percentage of unemployment as well. Okay, so if you're tier 2 extension, you have 1 month left. So right now is July. That's going to take you to August. Tier 2 augmentation or tier 2. If you're tier 2, goes PEUC, and then tier 2, which is the second part of PEUC. And then there's tier 2 augmentation, which is the third part of PEUC. So if you are on tier 2, next you're going to be awarded the third phase of PEUC. It's going to hit 0 all the way down, zero out your balance. About a week later, you should then receive an award letter. And then about a week after that, you should be able to certify and have your balance increased. So if it takes any longer than 2 weeks, then call EDD. But that should be automatically applied for you, and that will take you all the way out until claim week ending September 4th. After September 4th, PEUC ceases to exist, and then you would go on to Fed Ed if you were eligible and if the state unemployment rate remains at 6% or higher. Long-winded answer. I've got an itch. All right. Did that one. Scrolling down. Melissa, 3:40. Hi, Miss Ginny. So I spoke with tier 11. How do I get a hold of tier 11? It's like the best of the best. Can I be a tier 12? On that, you got a hold of tier 1 this morning. Great side note. Claimer got me at 8:07. Okay, good. I'm glad you got through. I hope they're able to solve your issue, though. That's the big question. All right, Michelle, does PUA get a quarterly review? I already answered that one. I don't believe so because PUA benefit year doesn't end until September when the program ends. So I don't think so. All right. Hi, Toya. Louis says, do extensions end in September? So what ends in September, claim week ending September 4th, is PUA, PEUC, $300 boost. All of those programs will cease to exist claim week ending September 4th. So, sorry, I had to check this. Okay, so that's what's ending. What will continue will be regular unemployment benefits, if you qualified for those, and Fed Ed extension, as long as the unemployment rate for the state remains at 6% or above, roughly. There's one other way it can qualify. You guys, I have to keep checking my phone because my husband is picking up our cat, my giant, you guys know my giant cat. He gets an annual lion cut. Like where they have to shave everything except for his head and his tail because he gets really bad matting. My husband's picking him up right now and they're having some weird cat problems. All right. So sorry, just one of those weird things. I had to fill you in on why I'm checking my phone every 5 minutes. I received a notice of determination because my former employer made a false statement about why I was let go, and I'm not sure what to do. Okay, your former employer made a false statement about why you were let go. Notice of determination is basically something final. They have made a decision. Next, you're going to have to appeal that decision. So you're going to have to file an appeal. You're going to have evidence of why you left your prior employment. So gather all the evidence you have, screenshot emails, correspondence, etc. And then you're going to have to file an appeal on that. So there should have been an appeal form attached with that letter of determination. You're going to have to go through that process. Now, on my channel homepage, if you search for appeal, you will find a video where I do a Zoom interview with an attorney who helps EDD clients to appeal. You can call that company. They're called Pershing Square Law. Call them. They do free consultations. So even if you have no interest in booking an attorney, you can still get a consultation with them and they can still give you some useful information. So that would be my recommendation for you. Okay, scrolling down. Okay, let's see. As a reminder, you guys, I can't get all the questions. I do as many as I possibly can. So if I don't get to yours, you can re-ask every 15 minutes. Okay, Jeff at 344, Tier 1 reps can't answer very many questions. They basically only answer the phone. Also, I was told yesterday that you have to be in the queue for a Tier 2 before 12 p.m. to get a call back. Okay, so the callback applies to if you select the callback option where the EDD, instead of sitting on the phone line, look, this is shows my age, how I hold my phone. This is the new way. If you are sitting in the phone queue and they say, do you want to request a call back? And you push the button to have the EDD call you back, you have to do that before 12 p.m. But if you're just sitting on the hold line and you're waiting on hold, you can call in after 12. So that only applies to if you're selecting the callback option. Tier 1 representatives vary in skill level and training. Some of them are seasoned EDD employees. Some of them, if you call the 1099 line, specifically, those are subcontractors. If you called several months back, more of them were subcontractors, but they are very hit or miss. And yes, oftentimes they have to transfer you to a Tier 2 in order to get your problem solved. Okay, Nerdy Mama at 344, benefit year ended 1/2021, called, then rep applied for a new claim, even though it says do not reapply. Got new claim, lower benefit amount, month later, whoa, getting hard to read. Later extension approved with old, I think that means benefit amount. Tried calling 2 months, now can't get through. Okay, so if your year ended in January and it said didn't apply, well, you do have to reapply. Now, let's see, your year ended in January. Back in January, if you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, everyone had to reapply. The rule has since been changed effective in June, but because you expired in January, you were required to reapply. You were awarded a lower benefit award amount. Now, if your new weekly benefit award amount is $25 less or even smaller than your old claim, and you were collecting UI or PEUC, then you qualify to have your old amount extended up until September 4th. If you were collecting Fed Ed, unfortunately, you do not qualify to have your old amount extended. So it depends on what type of claim you have. Now, you're trying to call in to get help. You cannot get through. Michael's going to drop all the call tips. And if you still can't get through, then you are going to contact your assembly member for help. And he will show you how to do that too. Okay, let me make sure nothing's on fire over here. Okay, good. All right. Scrolling down. Armida at 3:45 says, I have been pending 18 weeks, waiting for a phone interview. What should I do? 18 weeks. I'm really sorry. That's officially one of the longest that I've heard waiting for a phone interview specifically is 18 weeks. Armida, number one, I want to make sure that your claim has not expired and that you're not required to file a new claim. You say you're waiting for a phone interview, so probably that's not the problem, but make sure if you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, look at your claim start date 12 months after that. If you are beyond that time frame, you have to file a new claim if you worked within the last 18 months and earned enough wages in order to qualify. So just double check that first to make sure. Next, if you're waiting for a phone interview, the phone interviews are taking an extremely long amount of time. I have asked the EDD every single week. I have been asking them the same questions to address the interview wait times, what people can do to get it within a reasonable amount of time that's not this long. If they will Zoom with me and talk about the problems, anything, and they won't give me any sort of information on the interviews. So what you should do is contact your assembly member. They have not been able to get faster interview times, unfortunately. But if something should change, you want to make sure that you are on that list, that you are getting help from your assembly member, that they know that you're waiting for an interview. And they're the ones that are pushing for change in the system. So I want you guys to contact your assembly members. Okay. KG says, tired of paying $20 just to call them. Things shouldn't be this difficult. Yes, I agree. It should not be this difficult. I'm really sorry to hear that. Contact your assembly member if you're not able to get through. They're able to help you with quite a bit through communicating with the EDD's liaison that's assigned to their office. So try that route instead. Okay, Alfred, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you're well. Robert, assembly member doing everything he can and has been really helpful. Good, I'm really glad to hear that. Gala 5 at 3:45. Hi, Ginny. Claim specialist cannot remove a data issue banner on my claim. EDD filed PUA for me instead of PEUC. Have waited almost 4 months and no customer service has an answer. Contact your assembly member. Have you done that? Do it right away. Contact your assembly member. Okay. Annette, hello, Annette. Thank you for saying hi. Now you see me, now you don't. Hi, Jenny. Have you heard of someone getting paid on website after interviewer approved the claim, but a day later, EDD disqualified? Do you know what's next? This has happened a lot, and I don't know exactly why. It's going to be different for each claimant, so I don't think that there's going to be a one-size-fit-all with that answer. Most likely, my guess, I can't say. So if they tell you everything is fine, but then you're disqualified, it leads me to believe that they're changing something within your claim, applying a different sort of extension or something like that. It doesn't seem to be a completed process. If it doesn't fix itself within 48 hours, contact your assembly member. And I'm like a broken record today telling you guys to do this, but please, it really, really has helped a lot of people. Contact your assembly member. Okay. Okay, you're just talking to somebody else. Robert Wallace at 3:47. Hi, Jenny. Thank you for everything you do. Just sent an email to previous assembly rep for my July 10th pending. Okay, good. I hope that they're able to help you. Let me know if they do. Okay, 3:47. It took you 16 weeks for your interview. I'm really sorry to hear that. The interviews are a really big problem. All right, Trini. Hi, Jenny. I'm a little nervous to ask you this. My eyes, you guys, I need glasses. But have you heard anything about Congress extending unemployment again after September 6th for Democratic states? What's the least best thing that could happen? No, so it's not a legitimate, it's not a prominent thing that's being talked about right now. I don't have anything to share with you on that. It's currently not being extended. So if you are, let's see, what are you? If you're PUA or PEUC, assume that it's going to end. It is ending, claim week ending September 4th. Now, if you are PUA, the program ends altogether. If you are PEUC, that means that you came from a UI claim and your claim was extended. You might then qualify to go onto Fed Ed. There's a video on my channel homepage called Benefits Ending, What's Next? Go click on that video and I thoroughly explain all of that situation for you. So that will help you to understand a little more clearly. All right, perseverance to greatness, 347. Ginny, can I use Indeed to satisfy one of the requirements for work searches? Yes. Doing any form of work search activity, looking for jobs, looking at job boards, posting your resume on any job board, all counts as work search activities. So yes, do that, search there, take screenshots of your searches and save them so that you have it saved just in case any questions ever arise. Okay. Your assembly member can't do anything on a data issue. Just wait. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't understand what the data issue is specifically. You could try calling EDD tech support, which I have that phone number in my 25 phone numbers to call EDD video. Michael can drop that link right now. Try calling the number for tech support. It's different than the main customer service phone line. So I would try doing that one and see if they're potentially able to help you. Okay, scrolling down. Let's see. Nope. Sandy Zoo. I tried using the EDD benefit calculator to double check if I made enough wages for another claim. I'm not sure if I entered the claim year correctly. Do we enter the start claim date for 2021? You are the calculator. Let me pull it up because I'm not exactly sure what it says. Hold on. Calculator, and then I'll share my screen. Okay. You're going to see like 5 million Ginnies for a second. Look at all the Ginnies. There's so many. If I move, they all move, you guys. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the EDD calculator states, what is the start date of your claim? Okay, so, and that's all it asks. Okay, so the start date of your claim is going to be the date on which you were first unemployed. So if you are looking to file a new claim because your prior claim expired, then you would be entering in the first day after your claim's expiration date. So that's what you would enter in. Look, 5,000 Ginnies again until I turn it off. Okay, that was weird. Okay, let me see. I'm missing over here. Let me get some coffee. All right, Lester at 3:52. Hi, Ginny. I appreciate your help. I have my stuff working now. I have passed this info to my friends in a similar situation. You're very welcome. I'm really glad that things are working for you. Okay, 3:52. Michael Black says, if you work during a week and are not qualified for unemployment insurance in that week, does that also disqualify you for the federal $300 supplemental payment? What about partial payments? Qualify Fed Ed. Okay, so if you work during the week, you're not qualified at all, you are not qualified to receive the boost because there's nothing to boost. If you didn't receive unemployment benefits, then they can't add that boost into those. You must qualify for $1 or more of your unemployment benefits in order to receive that boost. So with that being said, because the next question that follows this one, and I'll address it for those of you who are wondering, if you are going back to work part-time, you must certify for your income. If you are an employee, you have to claim it the week in which you performed the work. And if you're self-employed, you must claim it the week in which you received the payment. Now, when you certify for that income, If you earned less than $100, the first $25 of it is not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything else is. If you earned over $100, the first 25% of it is not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything else is. So that's how you calculate. All right. Let's see, Sandy. If I didn't make enough in the last 18 months to reapply for a new claim, do I continue certifying for benefits on my current claim, just like I did before? Yes, they're going to extend your old claim. So you can continue to certify because they might be stuck in pending while you're awaiting that extension. But because they're just going to process that extension and apply it to that old claim, those pending payments will go to paid once they have processed that extension. If you are not extended automatically within 2 weeks, then call EDD. Because while we hoped that they would do it automatically, they said that they would do it automatically, many are reporting that it is not happening automatically. So hopefully it will. But if it doesn't, call in 2 weeks. All right, let me make sure things are okay over here. Let me make sure that my husband's getting my cat. Okay, we're good. It's going down. Breaking my computer. Oh, geez. All right. Jace Meister at 405. Is claimer only good for 1 day, and does it really work? Yes. So I have... Michael, can you link the claimer specific video, that is claimer a scam, does it work video? The one that only talks about claimer. So claimer works. What it works to do is it redials the EDD, and then it basically lines up all their claimants. They have one dialer, and it dials the EDD. As soon as it gets a connection, it sends it over to each customer, one after another. So it will call you with a hold line. It'll get you to a hold line. You still have to hold, and the calls can still drop because EDD has a very broken system, and claimer can't fix their broken system. But if your call is dropped, you were not able to connect, or they drop your call, their policy currently is within the next 48 hours, they will give you 5 callbacks, 5 more callbacks. So if they drop your call, they will keep sending you those additional calls for the next 48 hours. So yes, it's only good for 1 day, but if you have dropped calls, it'll continue to send you more calls as needed. Does it work? Yes, it works. All right, and Michael can drop the link, which gives you a $5 discount in the chat. All right, Rosemary Bloom, I am trying to certify last night, but I didn't continue because I don't know where to enter my work search. Is it effective to enter work search now or in the next 2 weeks? The water, hold on. Parched. So work search is effective. You must start looking for work July 11th. July 11th, look for work. Not certify that you already looked for work, but look for work starting July 11th. With that being said, I've always advocated to select yes for are you looking for work, and look for work so that you don't get stuck in a stop payment alert. So select yes, but you're not going to need to enter in work searches until the following week, because you will be certifying for those work searches you did on July 11th. With that being said, Fed Ed is required to look for work in 3 different ways and list those 3 work searches. UI, PEUC, and Fed Ed is required to perform 1 work search activity, and listing them is optional. This is what the EDD has said most recently. All right, Brian at 406, someone help, it's been a month, still haven't gotten my extension or no update. Okay, make sure that your claim has not expired and that you don't need to file a new claim. If you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed and you have reached the end of 12 months worth of benefits, you're required to file a new claim if you have worked within the last 18 months and it's enough wages in order to establish a new claim. If you did not work, then you're not required to file a new claim. So double check that first, because I don't want that to be what's holding you up. Next, if you have not been extended and it's been that long, you have to call into customer service. They're not applying these to everyone automatically like they should. Many people are receiving them automatically, many are not. So call into customer service. Now, Michael is going to drop all the how to call tips, the 134 trick, how to use claimer, the 25 phone numbers to call EDD, and if you can't get through, contact your assembly member. So he's going to drop all of that. All right. Shereel at 4:06. I had an appointment on June 21st. Haven't heard anything. Don't they have 10 days to respond? If so, what's next? Okay, yes, they should. They should let you know within 10 business days. If they did not, then you can follow up with your assembly member. Because they've already interviewed you, you're waiting on that process, I would contact your assembly member next. Okay, let's see. 4:06, does anybody know which date I can use for backdate? So you can technically, if you filed your application 12/26 or earlier, you can backdate as early as 2/2. If you filed your application 12/27 or earlier, you can backdate. If you filed your application 12/27 or later, you can backdate as early as 12/6. But with that being said, if you file a backdate request and it is rejected, it's most likely because moving your claim that far back means that they are looking at an earlier base period of wages and it was too different. It changes your claim too much. It would do something like cause you to have to pay back benefits or something along those lines. So if you request backdating and it's rejected, try again with a date that's a little bit closer to your current claim start date. All right, scrolling down. Will they be changing the certification process and the questions? So they are going to definitely be adding additional text is what the media department has confirmed with me. They told me they will be adding additional helpful text to the certification page. They have not showed me what it will look like. They have not told me exactly what it's going to say. But yes, they will be changing it somehow a little bit at least. Okay, as a reminder, you guys, I can't get all the questions in chat. So if I skip over you, please re-ask your question every 15 minutes, and I'll do as many as I possibly can. Can I better elaborate on the work search? I have in my videos. Let me just pull them up and I'll link them. I hope I don't start playing them in the background. I'm going to link them. I've done some thorough videos on them recently. So instead of going into it and spending 20 minutes on it now, you are going to watch these videos. So I'm going to link for you. Okay, and normally I would just have Michael drop these, but I don't think I provided them to him yet. Okay, so this is the most recent update that I'm dropping in the chat box right now. And then I'm going to add in one more, which is not there. The work search requirements. I'm going to get it. There's one more. Michael can find it. Michael, find the other work search video. Okay. Let's see. I did that one. I can't find where to put the work search history either. Okay. More work search questions. I'll just get into it. If you are required to look for work, the work search requirements went into effect 7/11. 7/11 and onwards, you're required to search for work. Many of you are confused because you certified on 7/10. You did not see anywhere to put in your work searches. The reasons are twofold. Number one, because you're required to start looking for work 7/11, they didn't change the certification page on 7/10 because 7/11 you wake up and you look for work. And then you're going to certify for those work searches in the next round of certifications. Next, you are only required to input the work search history, type it in, if you are Fed Ed. Fed Ed is required to search for work in 3 ways and list those in 3 ways. UI, PEUC, and PUA are required to perform 1 work search activity per week, and documenting it is suggested, not required. With that being said, what else did you guys want to know? With that being said, possible work search activities. You do not have to only apply for your work search. Applying is only one way to satisfy the work search requirements. You can do a number of different things that satisfy the work search requirements, such as going to networking events, searching job boards, uploading your resume to job boards, joining Cal Jobs, there's a wide variety of different things. If you're PUA, you're trying anything to satisfy the work search requirement would be something that's trying to re-engage your business, get more clients, grow your business, expand your business, market it. Also, anything that trains you for work, such as if you take a resume building class online or something like that, counts as work search as well. Okay, I hope that helped with that. Let me see what's going on here. Boost, Ocean Blue, boost. You guys hear me say the same words over and over and over again, and then you tell me that I should have an ASMR channel, and it gets weird. All right. Let's see, I already did that backdate question. I just did that one. 410. I am on extension with money in my account at a year. Got an email saying reapply. It took me to verify ID. It keeps saying it cannot verify my ID. I've tried to reach out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to tweet. Yeah, make a Twitter account if you don't have one. This is the best method. Go on Twitter. Look up Blake Hall. Blake Hall. It says on his profile, CEO of ID Me. Send out a tweet to Blake Hall and say, hey, Blake Hall, I'm having trouble with ID verification for my EDD application, and his team will contact you. They are extremely efficient with getting back to people that way. So do that, and you should be able to get some help. Okay. Sasha J at 411. I just had my interview since being stuck on pending since March. I'm supposed to get a determination letter in 10 days. Will it actually be 10 days, or will I be waiting again? Okay, so I hope that it comes in 10 days, but the EDD oftentimes is delayed in what they promise. So I can't say for certain. If it doesn't come within 10 business days, then contact your assembly member and have them follow up with the EDD. Okay, scrolling down. I'm going to get a drink of this. I'm going to make sure that nothing's on fire over here. Okay. Myra at 416. How many jobs do we need to look for EDD? Is it 3 a week? Okay, so the EDD in their most recent press release gave very specific information. That video is, I'm going to post it in the chat again because I have it right here. That video is right there. You can watch that video and see the specifics. But in general, if you are Fed Ed, you are required to do 3 work searches per week and document and list those 3 work searches. If you are UI, PEUC, or PUA, you're required to do 1 work search activity, and it is suggested that you document it. So that is what you must do for each type of claim. Raymond, you're very welcome. Andrew at 416. In March of 2021, I filed for a new claim, got approved. So will I have to go through all the quarterly review this month? If you filed in March and you were approved, yes. So March, yeah, it could happen to your claim or it could not. This isn't something that seems consistent. Sometimes the EDD undergoes this quarterly review process with claims that are over a year old, and sometimes they don't. They are inconsistent in general. So I hope you don't have to go into pending, but if you do, know that that is most likely why, and you should call into customer service. Okay, scrolling up. I'm at 418. Hi, Mickey. Work search. How many work searches do we have to do? 1 or 3 a week? Okay, so I just answered that one. So hopefully you already heard the answer. It's 3 if you're Fed Ed. It is 1 if you're a PUA, PEUC, or UI. Okay, I'm in PUA. Do I have to look for work? Yes, so you have to look for work. Effective July 11th and onwards, all claimants, in order to be eligible, have to look for work unless... This is a technicality, you guys. Hear the whole thing first. You have to look for work unless you are someone that qualifies to wait to look for work and you have a promise to start a job that's going to happen in a reasonable amount of time, etc. If you are one of the pre-approved reasons and you don't have to look for work, I strongly recommend that you still look for work and still select yes. Why? Because selecting no, even if you're eligible to select no, means that you will most likely have a stop payment alert applied to your claim and have to do a phone interview. Everyone should be looking for work selecting yes. Now for PUA specifically, PUA claimants for the most part are individuals who were self-employed previously. If you are trying to look for work as a PUA claimant, you're going to be trying to resume your self-employment in most cases. So you're going to be looking for work, but that doesn't mean that you have to apply to employee jobs. You're going to be trying to restart your business, market your business to new clients, send out bids and contracts, go to networking events, etc. So the PUA way that you will be looking for work will be different, but you are still required to do it. All right. Any update on the second round of Golden State Stimulus? Yes. Golden State Stimulus 2, which is this stupid name for it, but that's what it's called. But I want to be clear. It's expanded eligibility so that if you earn $75,000 on your AGI and below, you would now be eligible to receive a Golden State Stimulus, but you can only receive it once. And an additional $500 for people who qualify and have dependents. That has been signed as of Monday. So on Monday, that was signed. So it is all official, but we do not yet have any payout information. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you real quick because I actually haven't looked. You're going to see 10 Ginnies again. Get ready. Whoa, there they are. Okay, so Golden State Stimulus, the California Franchise Tax Board just updated their website today. I haven't actually looked at this. I just pulled it up right before my live stream. So what they have here now, and I'll share this link in the chat momentarily. What they have here now is a Golden State Stimulus 2 estimator. California will provide the Golden State Stimulus 2 payment to families and individuals who qualify. You can estimate your payment here. So if you're not sure if you qualify, let me get back over here. Oh, 10 Ginnies. If you're not sure if you qualify, you can now use their calculator. Okay. Let me see. Myra, you're very welcome. Rasar, do I need another photographer? I have a job listing. Currently, I do. I did a video the other day about the positions I'm hiring for. I am hiring second shooters, but read the job posting. Extremely experienced. You have to be in the right area. You have to have the right gear. So go take a look. If you fit, then send me your information and I'll take a look. All right, scrolling down. Hello. That's my moderator. Robert at 422. First ID, then review, then address, then review, then too many people, then taxes, then review. Message is confusing me, my friend. Contacted, assembly member, and governor, and then ID again. You lost me, Robert. What's the last thing you do? You contacted your assembly member. Okay, well, that's the best you can do right now. You've contacted your assembly member. You can contact your state senator as well, and you can use the Find Your Rep link, which is in the video description, and Michael's dropping it. You can use that link to find your state senator and contact them too. But unfortunately, you've contacted your assembly member. I think the only thing to do now is wait, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's a lot of problems you've had. Okay, scrolling down. Why are they taking so long for phone interviews? Yes, it's a big problem. It's something that I have been pushing. I've been sending out that problem to media, news stations, anyone who will listen to me. I have been at the EDD every single week asking them why it's taking so long, what they're doing to change it, and what the heck you guys are supposed to be doing while you're waiting 3, 4, 5 months for payments. I've asked them if they'll get on Zoom with me or if they will even address it in email. And while they do write back to me, and sometimes they give me information on things, they will not touch that subject. They will not address it at all. And it's very infuriating. I'm very sorry. Contact your assembly member. They most likely cannot speed up the process, but If something changes and they are able to help at some way in the future, if EDD changes something, makes a workaround, then they'll have you on that list. So contact your assembly member. Plus, then the assembly members will see what a big problem it is and continue to advocate for changes with that. All right. Oh, breaking things. Let's see. What time is it? 4:36. I'm going to do 20 more minutes of questions. Kristen, at 4:24, I'm locked out of my account. Tech support is not picking up. What should I do? Also, the EDD sent a new account number, but I'm unable to register. What should I do? Unable to get through. Please help. Okay, if they sent you a new account number, you do not need to register it. That is a default template message that they mail out when you have a new claim filed. Your EDD customer account number will remain the same your entire life. It's tied to your Social Security number. On that letter, it states in fine print, if you already have a customer account number, disregard this notice. So it says that on there. So you will have it rejected when you try to set it up. So that's normal. Now, your other problem is that you are locked out of your account. Tech support is not picking up. Are you calling customer service or are you calling tech support? I have the tech support phone number listed in my 25 phone numbers to call EDD video. And Michael can drop that link in the chat box. Make sure you're calling the tech support specific phone number and not the customer service phone number. Let's take a minute to just address that there's a small child screaming in the background somewhere. It's the sound of ultimate suffering. It's going to be there. Sorry, guys. All right, Aaron, 4:24. Am in PUA. Do I have to search for a job? Okay, I already answered that one. Yes, you do. Okay, boost. Let's see. Raquel says, I called through Claimer. Got someone within 11 minutes, but she didn't know how to do anything or couldn't do anything. Those are Tier 1 representatives. Unfortunately, the EDD does not train their Tier 1 representatives in a consistent or effective manner. This is a big problem. You need to, if they can't help you, then you ask to be transferred to a Tier 2 representative, and then they will transfer you over to someone who can help you. Now, if you used Claimer and you were not connected to someone who can help you, email support@claimer.com and tell them that you were not connected to someone that could help you, and they should be able to send you an additional call. So contact support@claimer.com. Okay, scroll down. Aaron, you're very welcome. Can you do this as a video and not just a live? I have videos on all these topics. Basically, all the questions that people are asking me, I have already made videos on most of them. So go to my channel homepage if you're looking for work search requirements, if you're looking for how to contact an assembly member, etc. On my channel homepage, you can, let me just show you. Oh, 10 Jennies again. You can, hold on. No, I don't have it there. If you go to my channel homepage and then you search in the search bar for what you're looking for, you will be able to find it. Okay. Scrolling down. Ashley, at 4:27, when did they pay for the MEUC boost? They have not yet. Right now, they're sending out notifications to apply and applications. We don't have a date on when they will begin paying that program out yet. As soon as we do, I will update you. Okay. Scrolling down. All right, 4:34. If you are pending and have to go to Contact EDD and write an email, and they will call you in 5 days. I've done this 3 times. You can fill out a UI Online contact form or an Ask EDD form. I'm really glad that they called you. That's great. But I want everyone to know, do that, but don't count on them calling you, because the majority of subscribers do report that they don't get replies for several months there. But do it just to cover your bases, absolutely. And then if it happens to help, then you'll be helped that much faster. Okay. Brianna at 434 says it's been a month and I still haven't gotten an extension and no updates. Did you expire your claim? Did you get all the way down to 0? If so, which I think you did because you're waiting for an extension. If you're all the way down at 0, are you required to file a new claim? If so, you're going to look at your claim start date, count 12 months out. If you've reached the end of your claim year, have you worked at all within the last 18 months? If you have worked and it's enough to establish a new claim, you have to file a new claim. The extension won't be automatic in that case. If that's not your case and you are awaiting an extension and it's been a month, then you need to contact the EDD. Unfortunately, they say that it should be automatic, but it is not being automated in all cases. If you can't contact the EDD, then contact your assembly member, and they should be able to help you with that. Okay, let's see. Nessa says, yes, contacting your assembly member will resolve your pending in days. The assembly members all work at different paces and they all have different levels of dedication. But if it is something that they're able to help you with, then yes, many people are getting things fixed by their assembly members and they've been very helpful. All right, scrolling down. Okay, I already did that one. BV, I answered your questions. Good, I'm very glad to hear that. Scrolling down, Nessa says, I was pending, this is at 437. I was pending for 4 months and was paid with days after contacting my assembly member. EDD legislation contacted me and resolved my issue. I'm really glad to hear that. Yes, contact your assembly members. Kristen, you're very welcome. Okay, Sierra at 437. How do I know how much will be back paid from December if my pay is $167 a week? You would need to calculate that out. You would see what date they approve you from for being qualified, because they might reject your original backdating request depending on if it changes your claim too much. So once you know when you're going to be paid out from, take your weekly benefit award amount, so 167, and multiply it times the number of weeks, and then add in any weeks that had a boost. And that's how you would figure that out. No, I will not calculate it for you. Let's see. 438. With the sudden COVID surge in LA County and surrounding areas, will EDD extend the benefit periods, or is it too early to say? Well, until we have some sort of legislation that we can point to and say this is proposed, this is passed, they are not extending it. So no, we cannot say that they're extending anything at this point in time. Things are set to end. Claim week ending September 4th. Okay. All right, you guys, I am scrolling down. As a reminder, I get as many questions as I possibly can. I cannot get them all. So if I don't see your question, you can re-ask it every 15 minutes. I did that one. I did that one. 435. In looking for work at CalJobs, do search job is different from applying? Do search jobs qualify in EDD, or do you really need to apply for the job? You do not need to actually apply for the job. Let me pull up their requirements here for you. So there are several different ways that you can satisfy the work search requirements. Applying to a job is only one of those ways. So what they have here, these are the work search activities for regular unemployment. So if you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you can prepare for your job search, which includes setting up an account and uploading your resume, participating in employment services offered by America's Job Center, create a profile on job search websites, register with a hiring union, watch videos on job search topics. Preparing to search counts. So all of those activities count as one work search. Expanding your network. So if you're doing anything networking, if you're talking to friends, family members, ex-coworkers, ex-bosses about needing employment and looking for work, and you're asking them if they're hiring, you're trying to make those connections, that counts as work search. If you are applying for suitable work search, that's one way to satisfy. If you are participating in training, so you're taking courses specified there, then that counts. So all of those are work search activities for UI, PEUC, and Fed Ed. So applying is only one way that you can satisfy those. So no, you don't necessarily have to apply in order to meet the work search requirements. All right, let's see. Ocean, I'm going to answer this one because I find it interesting. Ocean Blue asked, what caused you to get involved with a topic like EDD? Okay, so many of you know that I am a wedding photographer, and then I do small business coaching and e-courses and things on developing creative businesses. But my primary stream of income was wedding photography. So when PUA started, I had to apply back in whenever it started because all of my weddings were removed. An entire year's worth of work was moved, just like everyone else. So I had to apply also initially. I haven't been a claimant for a very long time, but I had to apply, and a lot of my industry friends had to apply. So I created one video on how to apply for PUA, and then it took off, and there was very clearly a need for information in that topic. So I just kept creating the content there because there was such a need. Okay. Rosalie says, I've been pending for 12 weeks. No phone interview. Called and 2 reps sent a message to supervisors because they couldn't fix it, but saw reasonable reason for me to get paid. No call back, no nothing. Okay, so you've been pending for 12 weeks, no phone interview. Okay, if you're pending, are you waiting for a phone interview and it just hasn't happened yet? Or are they saying that you don't need a phone interview and you're still pending? Either way, contact your assembly member. Michael can drop that link in the chat box down below. Contact your assembly member. They might be able to help you go from pending to paid. They have helped a large number of my viewers get paid without having to go through the EDD. Okay. And Michael just posted that link there. So you guys don't avoid contacting them. A lot of people are not contacting their assembly members because they think that they can't help. They can. In fact, they have all been authorized recently to hire 2 dedicated additional staff members specifically for handling their constituents that need help with EDD claims. So contact them. All right. Scrolling down. Tommy Thompson. Blake Hall intervened, and my friend is now ID.me certified. They were stuck on UI application process. I went to their house, and we finished the application and have confirmation. I'm really glad to hear that he was helpful and that they were able to finish the process. For those of you that are stuck on ID.me and you're having problems and you can't get through that section, if you go over to Twitter, you look up Blake Hall, and it says on his profile, CEO of ID.me. Send him out a tweet. This sounds stupid, but this is how you get their attention. Send them out a tweet, and then their team contacts you, and they will help you through the process. All right. Rosemary Bloom, thank you very much. You're very welcome. Why did I skip your question? Well, this is what I see from you now. I skipped your question because I have about 2,000 chat messages, and I try to get as many as I possibly can. Unfortunately, that's the statement I saw from you. But you can re-ask your question every 15 minutes, and I'll do my best to get as many as I can. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Patricia at 440. I have not received a payment. It is marked as paid, but has passed 2 months from now. I have not received my other payments, but this one is marked as outstanding. Okay, oh, you received all your other payments, but one is marked as outstanding. Unfortunately, with if they're marked as outstanding, that usually means that they mailed you a check, which is a little weird for 1 week to have that applied. If you don't receive any form of payment within about a week after seeing that outstanding, then I would contact customer service, or you could contact your assembly member if you're unable to get through. Okay, 441. I lost the button for certification. What should I do? This is a problem that I'm getting more and more frequently. You guys are scheduled to have certifications. Your claim is not expired. You have a balance. All should be functional. Nothing's pending. But then you don't have a certify button. And like months go by and the certify button doesn't come on its own. I've had a significant number of subscribers tell me that they have to call in to customer service, request to certify, and they have to manually push through the certifications to their claim. And they have to do this every 2 weeks. It doesn't work automatically, and they have to call in to do this. I don't know why. And there doesn't seem to be a workaround. Unfortunately, I believe you're going to need to call into customer service and request them to put that button there. And then, unfortunately, this problem seems to continue to happen. So it seems as if you will need to continue to call into customer service. All right. Raquel, what's the assembly number? Michael can drop that link for you. It's not a number because there's lots of different assembly members. You're going to click the link, enter in I think it asks for your zip code, and then it's going to tell you who your assembly member is based on your zip code and link you to their website. And you contact them based on their own individual contact information. Okay, 441, on PUA. Off on? I don't know. And accept part-time job. How does that affect your benefits on your claim? Okay, so if you have a part-time job, you may still be eligible to receive some form of unemployment benefits, but you're going to have to certify and claim your work. So if you are self-employed, you're going to claim the work the week in which you receive the payment. But if you're working part-time, you're an employee, you're going to claim the work the week in which you performed the work. So you're going to certify for that work the week in which you performed it. And then if you earned less than $100, the first $25 of your earnings are not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything else is. If you earn over $100, the first 25% is not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything else is. So that is the calculation for how that works. All right. 442. Can the assembly member help me with getting an interview? So I think you should contact them, but they don't seem to be able to actually get you an interview faster. They don't seem to have any sort of sway with the EDD in that regards. But if something should change in the future, you want to make sure that you are on their constituent list of people that are having that problem so that they can help you the most effectively. Also, they are the ones that advocate for change on the legislative level. So I think it's important to contact them regardless. All right, scrolling down. What time is it? It is 4:53. I'm going to take 5 more minutes of questions and then I'll be all done for today. Usually I would go on a little longer, but my 6-year-old starts first grade tomorrow because we live in a weird school district that runs year round. So I have to do a Zoom meeting with his class. All right, and he was homeschooled last year by me. So that's going to be an adjustment. All right, Joseph Hill at 448. Also owe me 5 weeks back pay. They won't pay my backdated claim. After inboxing me that they were processing payment for all weeks owed. Just don't know what to do. Okay, let's see. I'm not quite sure exactly what your problem is here, but if you're pending and you're not receiving payments, I want you to contact your assembly member right away. They most likely will be able to help you. So Michael can drop that link once again. Contact your assembly member, and I hope that they're able to help you. Okay, new talent at 448. When on hold with EDD, keep pressing a digit on your phone pad, and the call will not hang up. So I've heard this, but I have not tested this. So I can't advocate for that myself because I don't want to tell you anything that could mess up the phone call. But if that worked for you, thank you for sharing that. Ginny, take the job of EDD director. You will make life much easier. So the thing is, you guys, I wouldn't. I would not be able to fix the problems there just because someone is able to explain the problems, has opinion. I have some opinions on the problems and I care about you guys. It doesn't mean that I could fix years worth of broken system. And then you guys would just not like me. So thank you, but that's not a job that I would want. All right, Jessica. Hi, Ginny. When we certify, I think is what you mean, do we have to add 3 work searches per week? Okay, so what the EDD stated is that Fed Ed is required to do 3 work searches per week and document them. UI, PEUC, PUA are required to do 1 work search activity per week, and documentation is suggested. All right, I already did that one. Jordan, my back date said it was being processed, and it's been over a month since then. Okay, there's no set time frame on how long it takes for them to process backdating your claim. So unfortunately, there's nothing to follow up with there. You can call customer service if you want, but I cannot tell you that they would be able to help you with that. I think in most cases, you will have to wait. You can send a UI online contact message and ask EDD message. You can contact your assembly member. But unfortunately, in most cases, you're going to have to wait until they process it. All right. I did that one. Scrolling down. 451. Termite claim. Termite claim ran out on April 12th. Continued to certify, and they paid me for May, skipped June. Paid me all of July's certify this past Sunday, and now I'm pending once again. Why is that? Okay, your termite claim ran out on April 12th. You certified, they paid you, but they skipped a month. Okay, so if your claim ran out, I want you to check your claim start date for your termite claim. Go to UI Online, look at your claim start date, count 12 months out after that. If you've reached the end of that benefit year, you have to file a new claim if you worked or earned enough income to qualify for a new claim within the last 18 months. So if you worked within the last 18 months, you could be pending and have that period not paid because you were required to file a new claim. Check that first. If that's not the reason why, then you're going to have to call into customer service in order to get that pending fixed, unfortunately. Now, if you cannot get through, then you can call in to your assembly member's office and see if they are able to help you. And Michael can drop the link on how to locate them. Okay, hold on. What's happening here? Joseph, oh, Michael, I'm not going to be able to look and find that question. Michael, you're going to have to copy and paste it and send it to me. Okay. Scrolling down. All right, and do a couple last minutes here, and then I got to get going. Did that one. Dave, hello. Mosley. Ginny, do you think they will really have everyone paid by the end of summer? First, the director said end of June, which never happened. Okay, there's YouTube channels there's a lot of unemployment YouTube channels that have popped up because either they are claimants and they want to report on it, or they have been following Minor Shelley's channels and they kind of regurgitate information that we share. Or they're looking at news stories and they are regurgitating the news stories. And I do that as well. But the thing is that I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers sharing that the EDD has stated that all pending claims will be paid by this date. Don't count on that. Do not count on that. The EDD director has made statements about the backlog being cleared by a certain date. But you guys, that doesn't mean that everyone is going to get paid. The backlog refers to things that need to be processed. But once a claim is marked as not paid, or what's the other one? It's not paid or disqualified, they deem it done and it is out of the backlog. If they take your pending claim and they mark it as not paid or disqualified, then you're classified as done. And then their backlog is cleared. So I don't want you guys to hear these dates of they're going to finish paying this out by a certain date, because that's not exactly how it works. So no, I do not think that they are going to automatically fix the pending payments. In some cases, yes, the pending payments fix automatically, but for the majority of claimants, don't wait. Call into customer service. You can't call in, contact your assembly member. Take action to get what is yours, because waiting for the EDD to do it, I don't want you guys to get left behind, ruin your credit, etc., which I know many of you already are in that situation. So don't wait for the pending payments to be paid automatically. If you're pending for more than a few days and it is not a need to file a new claim issue, it's not something within your control, it's not a brand new claim undergoing UISD review, then call into customer service, contact your assembly members. Okay. Hold on. They look at fake news probably. Oh, for anyone reporting on that. Yeah, so sometimes it's not thoroughly researched. Sometimes it's just for a headline if someone is reporting on something like that and they're a YouTuber. I'm a random person on the internet, you guys. You have no reason to trust me, which is why I post screenshots of the full bill text. I use primary sources. I try not to report on other news articles because I want to go to the primary document and I want to share the actual bill text or things like that. I want to do an interview with an attorney and provide more information that way, things like that. So if you guys are looking at some of these other channels that are reporting on these very sensitive, important topics, make sure that you're cross-referencing the information that you're hearing. And the same goes for my channel as well, which is why I always try to link those documents. Okay, hold on. Michael is sending me something. I need to see what it is. I already contacted my assembly member and the weeks are showing not paid and it's not pending. You need to contact customer service. Not paid, pending, disqualified can all only be fixed through customer service. If you've already contacted your assembly member, you need to wait for them to help you. And if you can't get through to the EDD, you can use the call tips that we already have. Okay. I am going to do maybe 2 last questions. And then I gotta go listen to a boring elementary school meeting on Zoom. All right, let's see, scrolling up. Alias at 4:58. I had 10 weeks on pending, stopped certifying, and told I would need to reopen because it's been over a month of not certifying. But I'm told I need to open a new claim all along. What do I do? Okay, so if you have 10 weeks in pending and you stop certifying, so there's 2 different things happening here. Number 1 is your pending payments. Pending payments are most likely, it sounds from what you said, that your pending payments are due to your claim expiring. If you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, look at your claim start date, count 12 months after that. If you reach the end of 12 months worth of benefits, you're required to file a new claim if you worked and earned enough income within the last 18 months. So you need to file a new claim. If you are not certifying for a month, you're going to get the reopen claim button on your homepage because your claim has gone dormant. Now, if you reopen your current claim, you are reopening an expired claim. So you're reopening a claim that's already expired. So just go file a new claim. Click the File a New Claim button on your login screen, and that should take you through the process, reapply, and then get things back up and running. All right. AHK at 4:59. I somehow screwed up and changed my login email to my UI Online account. How can I fix it or reset? You can contact EDD tech support. Don't call customer service. Call the tech support phone number. Michael can drop the link to the 25 phone numbers to call EDD. It is in that video. So call tech support and they can reset that for you. And you do not have to sit through the customer service phone line. All right, last question, you guys. I'm scrolling down. I'm going to get one that's down here. I'm going to find it. This isn't a question, but I haven't seen Mary in here for a while. I recognize your icon. I used Claimer and was on hold with EDD for 2 hours and got my 6 weeks that were pending paid. I'm really glad to hear that. Michael can drop the Claimer link to save $5 on that in case people want to use it. BV, thank you for your help. I just sent my assembly member a message to get an interview. Okay, good. I hope they're able to help you. Unfortunately, the interview wait times, they don't seem to be able to push them through faster, but it really helps to have them on your side working with the EDD on your behalf so you don't have to contact them. Rosalie says I should be a news anchor. I would make a terrible news anchor, you guys, because I can't read from a teleprompter. Everything I do unscripted. And I usually do it without notes, unless I'm like reading something from a document. So I went through a period of about 2 weeks when I was doing a lot of the stimulus related content a while back, where I tried using a teleprompter and it failed really badly. There were a few very awkward videos where I was reading from something. It did not get good feedback and I didn't like it. It wasn't, I'm more of an authentic, just do it how I do it best person. So I threw it away. Also, I'm far too silly to be a news anchor. I would laugh at all the inappropriate jokes. All right. I'm taking one last question. I'm going to get it right here. I'm not going to be all done. I already did that one. I did that one. Hold on. Let me find a question instead of just thank yous, which I really appreciate the thank yous. All right. Last question, 502. Do we just sign up to CalJobs or do we upload our resume and apply to jobs too in order to qualify? Okay, so if you're UI, PEUC, Fed Ed, work search starts July 11th and onwards. I've always said that yes, you should select yes to looking for work and look for work so that you don't get a stop payment alert in an interview. But moving forwards, you are required to now look for work. So if you're UI, PEUC, Fed Ed, and PUA, all of you must look for work. If the EDD says you're not required to look for work, such as you have a promise to start a job, I still want you to select yes and look for work. Why? Because you could get stuck in pending with an eligibility interview. So everybody look for work in some way. Now, if you, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Now, if you are UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, these are all the work search activities you can do. Applying is just one of the possible ways that you can satisfy the requirement. Now, if you are a Fed Ed, you are required to do 3 work searches per week and list your work searches. If you are UI, PEUC, or PUA, you're required to do 1 work search activity per week. And documenting and listing your work searches is suggested. So if you are UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, you can prepare for your job search. Any of these activities where you're just getting ready, you're fixing your resume, you're watching videos on how to create a resume, etc., that counts. If you're expanding your network, you're letting people know that you're looking for work, you're connecting with people, you're asking them if they're hiring, that counts. If you are applying, that is one way to satisfy it. And if you're participating in training as outlined here, that's a way to satisfy it. Now, if you are PUA, then it's a little bit different because PUA claims are based primarily for self-employed individuals. So you have to try to rebuild your business or your self-employment. So there's a lot of different ways to do that. If you're trying to rebuild your business or self-employment, I'm starting to share, I've always shared small business content on my channel, but I'm trying to share more now. Watching those videos counts, you guys. I recently shared a video about how to build an online business, a coaching business, or a digital download business using a certain platform. Watching that video, you guys, is training on how to expand your business. So watch that video, it counts. Anything trying to market your business, creating a blog, creating social media profiles, creating marketing materials in Canva, redoing your website, all of those things count. Expanding your network. So going through and doing networking events. If you're someone that has a lot of competition in your industry, create a referral network with those people. Participating in training, establishing accounts. So there's lots of different ways that you can satisfy those. I feel like my hand motions are out of control. Look at all the Ginnies doing all the hand motions. Okay, got to get that out of there. All right. Alma, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, you guys. I'm all done. I'm just checking. Thank you, Tommy. I really appreciate that. Henry, thank you. All right, you guys. So I'm late for my school Zoom meeting, but it's like a general message from the principal for my kid who starts tomorrow. I don't want to listen to it. I think I'm just going to film videos anyway. not listen to it. I'm that parent. Okay, you guys. So if I did not get your question today, please know that I get as many as I possibly can. I turned off super stickers today. I made it not members only, subscribers only chat so that I could get more of my core people that watch me answered. So anytime I post a video, I sit at my computer, I sit here in this desk, and I read the comments for the first 30 minutes, and I stay there and I answer as many questions as I can. So subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell because that will alert you as soon as I post a video, no matter the topic. Post your questions within those first 30 minutes of the video. You guys are missing out on an opportunity to get questions answered fast. Let me tell you, because anytime I post a small business related video, you guys are not there. You don't click on it. Only the small business people do. Click on those videos and leave your questions there. For example, I published a video the other day on creating an online business. You guys could have all asked like 10 questions each within the 30 minutes there because there were no comments there, and I would have answered them all. So go to whatever video is the newest, post your questions there, and I will try to get you as much help as I possibly can. Okay, you guys. Thank you. I will see you next time.